All right. The seventh point of your law, product, or service practice plan, the seventh point has to do with another point on pricing. The first 5 points having to do with the packaging of a law product or service. These second 5 points having to do with the pricing of a law product or service. Our first pricing point was the affordability of your product or service, a critical point. Clients won't buy a product or service they cannot afford. But the second pricing point, the seventh point of our practice plan, has to do with the value of your law product or service, because obviously the choice to purchase your product or service will have a lot to do with what the client perceives to be its value. And notice already that there are 2 questions here. One is, what is its actual value? It may have substantial value about which you know, but the other question is what your client perceives it to have as its value, because if your client thinks it has more or less value than it actually has, your client will misunderstand and make a poor purchase choice, particularly if the service that you offer has substantially greater value than the client understands. You'll have some price confusion. You may have a client who will not purchase, or a client who, when purchasing, is unwilling to pay the price, or considering purchase is unwilling to pay the price that you know it warrants. So value is an important question, and do not underestimate the value of your law products and services in this transaction. The values are financial in part. They are legal in part. If you are saving a job, or for an employer, representing an employer, saving an employee, it's quite possible that the employer has a very substantial investment in the employee whom your services save. Or if you're saving an employee's job in the course of your representation, it's very probable that that job has great value, and maybe even beyond the paycheck, but in other terms, benefits or the ability to maintain a household and things like that. Consider the social, personal, moral, spiritual, reputational, political values that your services bring, not simply the economic values. Help clients understand those other values. Estate planning products and services, for example, or any other family products or services, consumer products or services, may have substantial social, relational values. That is, to demonstrate that a husband is a responsible husband to his wife, that a wife is a responsible mother to her children, or a wife to her husband. These sorts of things can have much greater value than the frank economic value or economic basis for your pricing. Understand those values, advertise them, help clients understand them, and draw on them, because they want to realize value from your services, and the better they understand those values, the better they can appreciate those services, and the more willing they'll be to pay for those services. Understanding the value of your products and services will also help you design those products and services to meet your clients' best needs. So consider value as, again, a critical aspect of pricing, and not only actual value, but the perceived value and those other soft values beyond the hard economic values. Make value a part of your practice plan, and I think you will benefit from it.